How's it going, YouTube? Got NitemaRe here with StatTex. Looks like we're going against Die, or DYH. Let's see what we can do here. Calyrex Landorus. My man Landorus just seems to be popping up everywhere for me. Thundurus as well. I'm always worried about Aerial Impulse, but they've been defiant recently over Prankster. So I don't know though. If they Aerial Impulse my Calyrex, that will be very disturbing for me. Very disturbing for me. Let's see. I'm gonna go. Honestly, I'm just gonna Primarina Colossal it. If they Entity and Landorus, I don't know. I think this is the play though. And then Calyrex. Entity could be a potential issue. Ooh, they might go Entity Calyrex. That's probably what they do. But I'm alright with that. Because Colossal can take an Astral Barrage. Entity... That's a bit of a problem. We'll see how it goes though. Calyrex... Whimsicott I think is the way. I'm pretty sure they're going to start Entity, but I kind of just hope they don't. I like that card. That looks cool. Kind of wish they did more with those ruins, or those runes in the game, other than, what is it, the expert belt you get? Alright, I'm not mad at this. This is why I didn't start Calyrex. Because there's Thundurus. There's the boy Thundurus. Now, do you have Aerial Impulse? I don't know if I care, honestly, if you have Aerial Impulse or not. To be completely frank. Now, Whimsicott might do some funny boy stuff. What can you do? Switch? Or... Switcheroo, yeah. An eject button, and then I pop my own eject button. So first turn, what we're gonna do instead is probably Ice Beam you and Rock Slide, because I don't want to lose my Dynamax like a fool. Now they probably just Tailwind here, but there's a definite chance that they switcheroo me and try and get me on some funny stuff. Alright, now if Colossal makes it out of this turn A-okay, yeah, look at that switcheroo. Alright. Bye-bye weakness policy. Well, you got me. But here comes Calyrex then. So, good job, I guess. Good job, my friend. Good job. Now, do you have a weakness policy on Thundurus? This is why I didn't hit Whimsicott. I didn't say anything about it. But, had I Ice Beamed Whimsicott, which has a... that may have actually killed them, whereas Thundurus will just take damage, I would have definitely procced the weakness policy that I just gave them. I'm just kind of hoping Thundurus doesn't have weakness policy, because that's not worth it at all. Okay. Well, I'm a bit upset that my Colossal is down for the count like that. Well, he's not down for the count, but I lost my weakness policy. Took some damage for really no reason. I guess I could have protected, but then, I mean, they just switch over this turn. Let's see. I would have stalled Dynamax though. Maybe Protect was the better play there, actually. Think about it and get back to you. I kind of think Protect might have been better though than Rock Slide and just losing Colossal like that. Well, switching out Colossal. Tailwind, yeah. Max Lightning, Primarina. Oh, okay. Kind of thought that was going to go into Primarina, but I'm for it. Leave Primarina on the field to do this 25% damage to you. I'm okay with that. I guess it's more like 20% damage, but that's okay. Because now, bye-bye Whimsicott. That should kill. That should kill. I mean, it's gonna, that's what, 3 HP at most? If Aqua Jet outside the sun doesn't do 3 HP, I'm gonna be a little upset. They're gonna go first, because they tailwinded. So, you want Calyrex gone? If I switch him in, he's gonna take that damage. Actually, from Max Thunder, I think this will be worth. I think this will be worth. Come on back, Calyrex. Aqua Jet. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit worried that wasn't gonna kill. Now, don't hit Primarina. Oh, why on earth? That's amazing. Like, kudos to you. That seems really unsafe though, because if I was just like, okay, and bopped you with Colossal, or with Calyrex, so I just left Calyrex on the field. Alright, well you have your Calyrex, cool. I'm about to get my Tailwind up, so that our Calyrexes can match. You broke my Focus Sash though, so fair, that's fair. And I can't proc Steam Engine. I'm not liking my position here. I have to Tailwind. I mean, I got a Dynamax to have a chance of living. My Calyrex will kill your Calyrex. We're gonna hit you. Vocalith damage will break a potential sash on the Calyrex. My Calyrex. We're gonna come down to a speed tie perhaps. But my Calyrex is max speed. We both are gonna have Tailwind after this. Maybe I can stall their Tailwind. Might be a little handy. I think I'll live this Astral Barrage. It kind of depends on who Tornadus decides to hit, though. Alright, Tornadus. Whimsicott. Well. That's unfortunate. So maybe they're not Focus Sashed, and I win the speed tie? That's really all I can hope for here. If they're choiced, though, that's going to be a problem. I guess we'll find out. Oh, the Focus Sash broke. Oh, they're Life Orbed. Ha! Okay. So we're good there. I should be fast. Well, I'm either faster or we're the same speed. Focus Sash is broken. I really don't have a lot to do with you here, Whimsicott. So I think we'll just protect. Because it's all going to come down to this. Now, who goes first? Oh! How? I lose the speed tie. Awesome. Oh, that's that game. Really not much I could have done there. I guess I could have protected and waited until their Tailwind petered out, but that was the play. Yeah, there we go. That was the play. Always realize 1 second after you make the play, though. So for this battle, there were a couple things I wanted to kind of go over, touch back on, that I think I could have done better, and maybe would have resulted in a win here. So that first turn, for when I predicted the switcheroo coming in from Whimsicott onto my Colossal, I do actually think that protecting Colossal would have been the better play there. That just because in that particular situation, the Thunderous was likely to proc my weakness policy, so had I just protected on Colossal, my weakness policy would have got procced, I wouldn't have taken a detrimental amount of damage, and because I wouldn't have had weakness policy anymore, because it would have procced, Whimsicott wouldn't have been able to switcheroo me. And then I could have procced Steam Engine if I wanted to, picked up the KO on Thunderous or Whimsicott, and I would have been in a much better position. So I do think that first turn play would have definitely been more beneficial, and going forward, I think that's what I'm gonna look to do in those situations. But then even past that, on the turn where I switched in Colossal, for Calyrex, I actually think the better play there is always to probably attack with Calyrex. Just because switching in Colossal, I'm taking unnecessary damage. And in that situation, I think they were probably counting on Whimsicott to pick up the KO on my Colossal, because it only had 1 HP left. With Tailwind, I think they were confident they were going to go before Calyrex, and I doubt that they predicted me Aqua Jetting their Whimsicott like that. So in hindsight, it's kind of clear that they were going to target Primarina there with Thunderous, and I probably could have picked up the KO on Whimsicott, and with a crit, potentially even Thunderous with Calyrex there. Maybe I wouldn't even needed a crit. But I do think probably just sticking it out with Calyrex and going for an Astral Barrage there instead of switching in Colossal, I think that could have been a better play. And then right at the end of the game, I kind of mentioned that when the match was ending, but it definitely would have just been smarter to double protect. Protect with Primarina and Calyrex and stall out their Tailwind. They only had the 1 turn of Tailwind left. So I should have just stalled out Tailwind and not even let it come down to a speed tie like that. Because if my Calyrex had KO'd their Calyrex and their Thunderous there, it would have came down to just the 1 Pokemon in the back. Sure, Calyrex was down to just 1 HP. Primarina didn't have a lot of HP either. But I mean, we both had Tailwinds up. What are the chances that whatever they had were going to outpace Calyrex? And I really think, yeah, had I just protected Calyrex there, stalled out their last turn of Tailwind, it was definitely the safer play. I'm not sure why I didn't just think to do that in the moment, but sometimes in the moment, you just don't make those beneficial plays. But in hindsight, I think that would have been the better thing to do. And yeah, moving forward, I'm going to try and see these more beneficial plays as they're happening rather than in hindsight, but that does tend to be the case. It is easier to kind of look back and be like, oh, I should have done this. But that's the trick, learning how to see them in the moment.